Creating a slider card with our Quintuple Slider die set is really simple, and it's a really fun way to add some interactive elements to your cards by making 5 different pieces move all at the same time with one slider. This die set coordinates perfectly with our brand new Hats Off GRAD stamp set. However, you can use this die with any set you have in your stash. So these are the 3 die pieces that come in the set. You have the slider mechanism, the tracks, and a little decorative arrow. The tracks and the slider mechanism work together to slide the mechanism, which is the large square piece, up the tracks so that everything moves all at the same time. Alright, so let's talk about how to build this slider. I have the slider mechanism here, which I'm going to die cut from some cardstock. When you die cut this, the slider mechanism has these little flaps that are cut out. You're going to want to open up each flap so that each flap is sticking straight up in the air. Do this to all of the flaps on the slider mechanism. Next, we're going to die cut our slider track. I want to position my slider track so that the mechanism is peeking up out of the top of the panel. So I laid my slider mechanism over top of the track just to get a good placement, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine as well. I'll tape this down so it doesn't shift as I die cut. Next, we're going to start assembling our slider. The easiest way to do this is to work from the back side and slowly start tucking these little flaps into the slider tracks and then fold them over so that they're hugging the tracks. As you work, make sure to tape down each of the slider mechanisms to the paper so that way you're not going to have them pop out as you assemble the rest of the tracks. So as you can see here, I'm just popping those through the back side of my slider track, and this gets easier as you go across the card because once you get the first slider mechanism into the track, you're going to be holding the entire mechanism in place, so it makes assembling the rest of the tracks super simple. So I'll pop all of my sliders into their tracks, and now I can remove the tape that's holding them all in place. I'm going to condition my tracks a little bit by slowly working the mechanism up and down across the tracks. This is helping the tracks get conditioned so that the slider mechanism will work smoothly after your card is finished. I'm using the Hats Off GRAD, which coordinates perfectly with this die set, to create my scene here. However, like I said, you can use any set you'd like to create your cards. When you're attaching your elements to the sliders, you're going to want to make sure you adhere adhesive only to the flaps so that you don't get adhesive on any of the tracks because that's going to impede your slider mechanism. On the back side of my slider track, I am putting tape to hold everything in place, and this is going to sandwich my entire slider in place so it doesn't move out of its position. You also get the little accessory arrow that comes with the die set, and I'm going to cut that out from colored cardstock, which is a fun prompt for the recipient to know to pull on this tab. And when they do, a fun surprise of the elements on the card moving is such a fun way to add some interest to a handmade card that you're sending to somebody you love. I hope this quick tip has been inspiring and helps you learn how to use this fun Quintuple Slider die set to create some fun and interactive crafty cards and projects. If you enjoyed this quick tip video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for not only more quick tips, but weekly inspiration. Thanks for tuning in today.